We gather each Saturday morning in all seasons on the Greenfield Common to witness our conviction that war is not the answer to conflict, that there is no peace without justice, that rigorous diplomacy and long-term peace building at the community level are critical to end the patriarchal penchant for war, that the primary victims of war are innocent civilians, that the US military budget, the largest in history and larger than the next 10 countries' military budgets, is immoral and degrading our democracy. That the massive military budget does not represent the will of the majority of Americans who consider affordable health care among their most important national security concerns. More than 1 million US adults struggle each year to afford health care, and US life expectancy has dropped to among the lowest of industrial countries. That war and militarism fuel climate change, and that only with peace and environmental justice can we humans find our rightful place within nature. We gather to state that Black Lives Matter, a powerful statement that has inspired the most vibrant US social movement in the US today, is drawing millions to join protest each year and to work for social and political change. We join our vigil with those of national and regional peace groups holding democracy, human rights, and environmental vigils, including the campaign to keep the post office publicly owned, the campaign to close Guantanamo now, the February 14th Code Pink messages of love to the Afghanistan people, and demonstrations to save the Connecticut River from the aquatic life devastation caused by Northfield Mountain Pump Storage Hydroelectric Facility. In November 2021, we gathered with Veterans for Peace and in solidarity with peace groups across the country to reclaim the original intent of Armistice Day 1919, peace among nations through seeking effective alternatives to war. Veterans for Peace gave moving testimonials. Tom Nielsen and Lynn Waldron inspired our event with vibrant political anti-war music. The Raging Grannies crowned our event, and local churches rang their bells 11 times. Let us reclaim November 11th in its original purpose, a day dedicated to the cause of world peace. Our most respectful act for soldiers, future veterans, and life on Earth is to end war for good. We also stand in solidarity with the majority of citizens of the US and of the world who oppose nuclear weapons and who want the 9 nuclear weapons countries to dismantle their weapons of mass destruction and ratify the new UN Treaty on the Prohibition of Nuclear Weapons. Our signs, also carried in our August 6th and 9th annual memorial of Hiroshima and Nagasaki, convey messages such as nuclear weapons, always lethal, now illegal. Nuclear war should never be fought and can never be won. Nuclear weapons are banned. Weapons into windmills. We live amidst the ruse of national security. Our politicians never consult the public about what makes us feel secure in order to give us a voice defining national security. Were we polled, we would wager that a quick recovery from the pandemic, health care for all, secure jobs with a living wage, quality education for children, safe roads and bridges, affordable housing, and investing in renewables to protect from climate crises would rank up there above threats from China. Peace is not merely the absence of conflict. Peace means the achievement through the hard work of persistent negotiation and wise diplomacy, of a world liberated from militarism and nuclear proliferation, from imperialism and constant war, and from patriarchy and white supremacy. We gather each Saturday in a spirit of community and of deep hope. Having hope is based on human history. Quote, "To be hopeful in bad times is not just foolishly romantic," wrote historian Howard Zinn. "It is based on the fact that human history is a history not only of cruelty, but also of compassion, sacrifice, courage, kindness." The Vigil on the Common began 20 years ago when a handful of women who had been participating in a peace vigil in Amherst decided to start their own vigil in Greenfield in September 2002, before the start of the US war in Iraq. Hope is purposeful action. The more unpromising the situation in which we demonstrate hope, the deeper that hope is. Hope is not the same as joy that things are going well or headed for early success, but rather an ability to work for something because it is good.